Kyren LACY is going to change the way things are done. He's going to make people think twice about what they say before they say it. Not everybody, somebody. Maybe Kyren LACY makes someone think twice before the next investigation to...
The DA says, should it have been a passing zone, LACY, quote, would have been back into his lane with 3 times the required distance and would not have been responsible for any crash. The DA also finds...
Advice that you would give to your younger self?
Don't rush the process, and I would say stay humble too. Why I would say don't rush the process, because you never know like what God has planned for you. So I would say just sit back, let God do everything. I just want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting me. Feel good, though. I know it feel good, man. You work hard for it. That's right. Work hard for it, baby. It's supposed to feel good. Talk to him, man. You all right? I just want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting me. It's been a rough journey, but I got through it. That's right. We got through it. I want to thank my mom and my dad for helping me. I want to thank my family. Couldn't do it without y'all and the support. I want to thank Jeremiah Gray for helping me with everything he's been doing. I want to thank Turk for training me for the right things and teaching me right from wrong, telling me what to do and training me well. With that being said, I'm into the university. You can't write without the bank.
Don't take my picture. Candace? Hey, it's Kristen at High. Is it okay for Kyren to check out? What time's you signing?
1 o'clock. Tell him I'm going to DeMarcus.
He's going to DeMarcus. You want to talk to him?
Yeah, I'm going.
Oh, hold on.
Hello? I'm going to DeMarcus. All right.
Alright, just tell him.
You have a key to open the vending machine?
Come on, man. I do it right. You ever be looking dark out? No. Yeah. You ever play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas? You ever seen the graphics? When the phone pop up. When the phone pop up. Yeah, nice, boy. Let me see. Boy, look at that big old box behind that boy. Let me see. Man, that's an outer box. That's crazy. I know, T. Let's go take it outside.
Oh, yes, bitch. I want to know if the Lord's ready. I'm looking at that girl because she's shaking up. That needs to rock it up, shake it up, move it up, rock it up, shake it up.
Kyren, how emotional was this day for you? This time with you all out here?
It was very emotional. I put in a lot of work for this. This didn't come overnight. And that's why I'm so proud of myself. I had to face a lot of adversity.
Like you said yourself, a lot of people didn't expect you to be here. I know you got off journey a little bit with last year, but you overcame it all. How does it feel to reach the mountaintop now?
It feels good to get back on top. Like they doubted me. They said I couldn't get it. They said I'm done. And that just, them words, them harsh words that they were saying, that just made me want more. And that what made me grind harder.
They said I couldn't get it. They said I'm done. And that just, the words, the harsh words that they were saying, that just made me want more. And that what made me grind harder.
The future for the Raging Cajuns is bright. Like brighter than this light in my eyes, because we going to the top, baby. Let's go. We love you, Cajun Nation. Thank you so much.
Well, when Kyren LACY said, "Thank you, Cajun Nation," after the New Orleans Bowl, we thought he meant for just this season. But now we know that could have been the final time that we saw him in the vermilion and white, as LACY entered his name in the transfer portal on Saturday. The Thibodeau native finished 2021 with 22 catches, 304 yards, and a team-best 6 touchdowns. LACY is the 3rd offensive player to hit the portal this week and 6th altogether. The Cajuns' receiver room is about as crowded as ever, as 6 different receivers registered scores in the season. But the reason LACY's name going into the portal is a bit eyebrow-raising is because of what he tweeted 4 days ago. On January 4th, LACY tweeted, "Kill the rumors, I'm a Cajun, baby, hashtag let's go, hashtag don't play." Now, that tweet has since been deleted, and in his tweet today, he in part said that the Raging Cajun family will always hold a special place in my heart. Now, the portal doesn't necessarily mean that he's leaving, but guys, he's a former 3-star recruit. I'm sure somebody has taken notice.
Most definitely. Fall camp is going really good for everybody. Like each position group, everybody's looking to get better at little things, like the smallest details possible, like being on sides, off sides. It's just the little details. That's all we've been working on.
The one thing I've seen right away is you guys work the screen game a lot more than I've seen in the past. So how much is blocking downfield being emphasized for you guys?
Oh, it's going to be a big thing we focus on this year because we're trying to get the ball out fast so the quicker guys make one man miss, get the ball at Aaron Anderson's hands, Zay. Just get the ball in those guys' hands, let them do what they do with the ball, because all we got to do is just block for them and just let them go to work, let them do what they do.
Yeah, how fun is it, I guess, being in this offense now with kind of the versatility that it's showing?
It's very fun because you got a lot of different guys that can do different things. So it's like every day, you're gonna have to do something better. You're gonna have to do little things better, do anything better to do better than what you did yesterday. So
every day, you're gonna have to do something better. You're gonna have to do little things better, do anything better to do better than what you did yesterday.
Some advice that you would give to your younger self.
Don't rush the process. And I would say stay humble too. Why I would say don't rush the process, because you never know like what God has planned for you. So I would say just sit back, let God do everything.
What's your favorite thing about yourself?
Everything. I'm lit.
How many billboards do you think Gordon has across the state?
Too many, because every time I'm on the interstate, I look up and I average seeing like 5 of them a day. It don't matter where I'm at.
And that breaking news, LSU football star Kyren LACY out on bail tonight after surrendering to police on charges connected to a deadly crash. Good evening and thank you for watching 9 News at 10. I'm Dion Guillory. His booking photo released late tonight. Louisiana State Police saying this all stems from a crash on December 17th in Lafourche Parish that killed a former Marine and injured 2 others. Police say LACY caused that crash and accuse him of not reporting his involvement to police. Investigators tell us LACY was on a trip out of state when his arrest warrant was issued. He surrendered late this evening and was booked on several charges, including negligent homicide and felony hit and run. About 90 minutes later, he posted a $151,000 bail and is now out of jail. The WAFB I-team learned the man killed in that crash was 78-year-old Herman Hall. He was a former Marine.
That's big for Aaron because I know the work that he's put in on and off the field. He's becoming a better young man every single day. And I salute Aaron because he does it. He's starting to do it the right way every single time. A lot of people doubted Aaron, but like we always knew Aaron was going to be that different. He was going to be what we needed to spark us up. So I told him early on in the game, the ball wasn't coming this way. I told him, bro, you going to win us this game, bro. And just stay locked in because I felt like he was starting to get away from it because last year that's how it was, because when the ball wouldn't come your way, it's just like, when it's going to come, when it's going to come. But I told Aaron, stay locked in because the ball is going to come your way, and when it come your way, do something with it. So I salute Aaron.
Can you repeat what your mindset was going into that last play of overtime?
All I was worried about is the ball. That's the only thing I was worried about because I know I could have caught a lot more, but the only thing I was worried about, because I knew it was going to be a one-on-one matchup, is winning that one-on-one and catch that ball. That's the only thing that was on my mind.
I see you guys are down 3 receivers, Kyle Parker, Chris Hill, and C.J. Daniels. With that, do you feel any pressure to take on more of the load offensively, being the #1 receiver?
No, it's not no pressure because this is what we come to LSU for, to play wide receiver type shit. Like, we love this. This is what we came here for, games like this. So you got to bring your best when your best is needed every single day. So it's never no pressure. Pressure is a privilege. I can promise you that. So
There's never no pressure. Pressure is a privilege. I can promise you that. So
Digger Earls, the attorney representing Herman Hall's family, says he has been involved in a lot of high-profile litigation over his career and says he has never seen a name withheld by officials because someone was a high-profile individual.
No one is above the law, not a star athlete, not anyone.
Former LSU wide receiver Kyren LACY is being accused of negligent homicide and hit and run for his involvement in the death of 78-year-old Herman Hall.
Was a great man with a loving family. He leaves behind a wife who unfortunately has debilitating injuries from this accident as well. She was in the car with him. He leaves behind children and grandchildren. He's a retired soldier, retired law enforcement, just a wonderful man that left a lifelong legacy behind.
Louisiana State Police say LACY was driving recklessly along LA 20 in Thibodaux on December 17th, at one point crossing the center line. Drivers in the northbound lane tried to swerve out of the way, causing a head-on collision that took the life of Hall.
I think that tells us a lot about Kyren LACY.
Attorney Digger Earls, who plans to represent Hall's family in the case, says he is a big LSU fan, but that will not stand in the way of this case.
I cheered Kyren LACY throughout his career. That doesn't change my position or doesn't change the job that I have to do seeking justice for this family.
State police told Hall's daughter days after the crash that the suspect was a high-profile person and that they were going to take their time on the case.
I don't understand why state police would withhold the information, like the name of the defendant, because he plays football. That's ridiculous to me.
WBRZ asked state police why it took 3 weeks to file the warrant. They said they had to speak with witnesses and look for all possible evidence to confirm LACY was driving. Earl says Herman was a veteran Marine who would want justice.
My job's to seek justice for his family and for Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman lived his life fighting for justice. He would want someone to fight for him.
Lacy's agent, Rocky Arsenault, issued a statement saying Lacy is fully cooperating with authorities and that the facts will ultimately demonstrate the truth. You can read the full statement on our website at WBRZ.com.
If LSU and ESPN don't publicly call out this f***ed up system that is happening to Kyren LACY and his family, I am not watching college football. This is disgusting, and if you can't look at what happened to Kyren LACY and see your brother or see your sister, see someone that got thrown under the bus for something that they didn't do, that was 4 cars behind them, go look at the story. Go look at the police body cam footage. You say that racism doesn't exist. You say that it's not systemic. They literally killed a young football player with a bright future because some old person couldn't hit their brakes fast enough, and you got a scapegoat 4 cars behind you.
We are now finding out that LACY never caused that car crash and he was framed by the police. He passed away for no reason. You see, come to find out, LACY was nowhere near the accident when it happened. You can see his car literally be the last vehicle at the scene, and it just goes around him. When a witness told the officer that the person who caused the accident was the woman, the officer led the witness and told him, no, I need you to say that that Charger is the one who caused the accident. Because of this situation, LACY's draft stock dropped. People were attacking his family and him on social media, saying that he took the life of a veteran. And due to an altercation that he got the night before court, he thought he was going to jail for life and just decided to go to the Lord. The officers and investigators that framed him for this incident and forgot that body cams exist, they need to be charged.
Yo! What's up, brother? Yeah. Wow, two, you gotta hit that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm proud of y'all boys, bro.
Appreciate it, bro. Love you, brother. No, we talked about this.
Shit, dream, brother. You next, though. Keep thinking.
Love you, brother.
Love you too.
Love you too, brother. Lay out, bro.
Love you.
For real.
My brother, Kyren LACY, he's been there with us. It was a big 4 for sure. You know, I'm excited for him. I know he's happy for us.
I was hoping to watch a video probably of the year that me and him created together. So seeing him right there, you know,
yeah, that was a great surprise.
You know, we might be on the same video, giving him the same speech next year.
Go out there and have fun. You know, keep your foot on their neck, man. And next year, I expect you to be here.
Next year, I expect you to be here.
What happened in the crash that led to Kyren LACY's arrest depends on who you ask. I obtained Kyren LACY's case file from the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office. In it, the DA lays out several inconsistencies that they say are in LSP's report. First, this video that LSP used for their report and recently posted for the public. The DA says the audio in the video isn't properly synced, which, quote, would make it appear that LACY is in closer proximity to the crash. LSP's report says the Kia Cadenza was facing an imminent head-on crash after the gold truck swerved, but the DA says that's incorrect. The DA's report says LACY was back in his correct lane 1 second before the crash, and the 2 cars were 361 feet apart. The DA says, should it have been a passing zone, LACY, quote, would have been back into his lane with 3 times the required distance and would not have been responsible for any crash. The DA also finds issue with witness statements, saying verbal statements made by a witness to a trooper do not match the written statement. And, quote, the trooper tells her what to document on the statement as she's writing. Ultimately, the DA says the driver of the Cadenza was, quote, following too close, which caused her to take evasive action to avoid hitting the back of the gold truck. And evidence shows LACY wouldn't have known he caused the crash. Still, LSP is standing by their report.
Louisiana State Police stands by their fatality crash investigation. In the course of that investigation,
while the evidence is now in the court of public opinion, it never made it to a jury. And with witness statements that seemingly don't add up, LACY's family is still searching for the truth. Something his dad grieved on the sports podcast after further review on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
No reconciliation. Never gonna see my child again. Ever. Ever. So, there's no reconciliation. We just want justice. That's it.
According to the video timestamp, at 12:03 p.m. and 54 seconds, a portion of the crash can be seen as it occurs. Moments before the crash, the gold pickup truck abruptly veers out of the northbound lane into a business, while the green Charger is approaching in the same lane. Immediately after the crash occurred, the green Charger was observed on surveillance video and by witnesses traveling through the crash scene and continues north on LA 20, failing to stop. At the same time, all other vehicles remain at the scene to provide assistance. The briefing will now transition to the troopers' response and investigation. At 12 o'clock p.m., a two-vehicle injury crash with road blockage was dispatched to Louisiana State Police Troop C via the 911 dispatch system. The responding trooper arrived on the scene at 12:07 p.m. and was immediately met by numerous witnesses who described a green Charger driving aggressively and causing the crash. The video has been edited for time purposes.
Region 2, be advised, we got total road blockage on LA 20.
If you get a chance, can you advise code of injury?
Civil.
It's a natural instinct to turn and then she had no hit head on.
Did
you see a green Charger flying that way? A green Charger that going that way?
There was a green Charger.
That's a green Charger that caused all this. SRT8, he caused all that. He went to pass the cars way back there, sir.
The green Charger collided with these cars?
He went right between.
He went around that truck, okay?
He was passing up with her right now.
And she had no choice. She hits the pole, she gets this.
How are they injuries? What
she
are they?
got a broken ankle.
Playing and back injuries and stuff like that. I was on the phone when
two back injuries, one broken ankle?
Yeah.
I just told him not to move. You know what I'm saying? Me doing my part.
You said something about a green Charger. Who told you something about a green Charger?
I'm down 18 wheeler right there, sir.
Okay, so you saw it?
I saw it.
What did you see happen?
He went to pass him. I say when he went to pass me cars back there around around the curve. All right?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Hey, he come down, right? When he come down, I got Mr. He had his brother that he was taken to the emergency room, to the hospital or something like that, chemo or something like that. But I got his number also to verify this, because he was the car that was in front of her. When that green Charger came, he went caused this whole big traffic, so everybody went to hitting brakes because the Charger, I thought he hit the gold truck head on. So he jammed on brakes. She was coming down, they was going that way. When I saw...
Which way was the Charger going? The Charger
going this way.
Charger's going this way, okay.
She was coming this way.
Okay.
They was going this way also. Mr. jammed on brakes. She went to dodge Mr. And that's when she came on.
I was watching. I was by the gas
station. Hit him, on the left side. She come over and hit him.
Which 18-wheeler were you driving?
The Rebel. Right there.
So the Charger, I guess, passed you up?
The Charger's beeline, it was cars behind me because I'm taking my time.
And the Charger passing all these cars in this
everybody.
lane? And so almost hit this one head on?
No, he almost hit this. It was a gold truck. I got his number right here. That's why I took his number and his name.
Almost hit the gold truck head on?
Yeah, that's his number and phone number and name.
So the gold truck, what did the gold truck do?
The gold truck in this area right here.
The gold truck slams on his brakes?
Slams on brakes to stop the Charger. The Charger swerves back in.
Okay.
And cut somebody else off, whoever was behind them.
Okay.
But then they slammed the Charger, he swerved in front of them. They slammed on brakes. And by this time, Mr. he slips through, right?
Okay.
As he slips through, she's coming. She like to ram the back of the gold truck. That's what I'm saying.
She almost hit the back of Mr.
Yeah, Mr.
Was Mr. truck hit?
No. He was missed.
Okay. So the truck, Mr. He slammed on it.
In other words, it was right up, the gold truck was right up there.
Right.
Yeah.
He slams on his brakes to avoid the Charger.
Yeah.
This car, what?
Cuts that car off, if I'm not mistaken.
So what does this car do? It just swerves out the way to avoid.
To avoid him.
So
Because I was watching it too.
She turned the wrong way. Yeah. Instead of going towards the post, she turned this way.
Yeah.
Okay, so she turned this way, and then this car was just coming.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. And then the Charger came around.
That's the number for the guy that was in the gold truck.
Okay.
Charger passed in between the
Yeah, the
mailbox and
Charger
her.
stopped.
I took that because he was leaving, but you know.
Okay.
And see what happened, the Charger had stopped.
Is a green Charger?
Yeah. But then when he seen what happened, he almost hit me because he came right here and kept going.
He's the only one that he was one of the only ones that jumped out of the trailer. Everybody else turned around and went the other way. He jumped out of the trailer and eased through here and went on down the road.
Okay.
Herman Hall's life is remembered in photos from beloved moments that are now cherished memories. The doting father, grandfather, and American hero served 2 tours in Vietnam, proudly fighting for his country.
He loved to garden. He loved to ride his bike. He used to ride his bike like 28 miles a day. I don't know. He just told great stories. He loved his family. He loved his friends.
His daughter, Heather Dickerson, remembers a happy home and a magical childhood.
He's a hard worker. He gave us a great life.
Hall's life was tragically cut short a week before this past Christmas, after Dickerson says her parents went to run some routine errands. When they were coming back home on Highway 20 near Perez Lane and Shack Bay, state police say a Dodge Charger, swerving and speeding, caused a major crash. Mangled metal is all that remains from the crushed cars, the front ends folding in from the intense impact. Inside the SUV were Dickerson's parents, who were both wearing seatbelts. Dickerson remembers calling her parents moments after the crash happened.
She said, "We just got in a wreck." I said, "You just got in a wreck? What are you talking about?" She said, "Yeah, we got in a head-on collision. The car's totaled." And I was like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm fine." She's like, "My chest hurts, but maybe it's from the seatbelt or the airbag."
As the investigation began, sources say state police found surveillance video from a nearby business that revealed LSU standout 24-year-old Kyren LACY's Dodge Charger was involved in the crash. Investigators allege LACY drove around the scene and fled south on LA Highway 20 without stopping to render aid, call emergency services, or report his involvement in the crash. The wreck so severe, Dickerson's mother broke multiple bones, but she was not really processing what had just happened.
And I was like, "Okay, well, how's Dad?" And she said, "Well, he's fine. He's complaining that his back hurts." And I was like, "Okay." She's like, "Well, I have to go." And so she hangs up, and I was like, so then she calls me back. And she said, "Hey, they're gonna airlift your dad to UMC." I was like, "Wait, what? What? Airman? What are you talking about? You said he was okay." She's like, "Oh, well, he will. He'll be fine." So apparently she was in shock.
Paramedics rushed Hall to New Orleans, where he was pronounced dead.
Touchdown! Kyren LACY! And LSU wins!
Prior to the crash on December 17th, Thibodaux native Kyren LACY had a future full of limitless possibilities. The 24-year-old just entered the NFL draft. He's a homegrown Bayou boy, graduating from Thibodaux High, eventually moving on to play football at the University of Louisiana Lafayette, where he quickly became a shining star. He transferred to LSU in 2022, where his performance on the field was revered by his college teammates and recruiters. During his 5-year collegiate career at the University of Louisiana Lafayette and LSU, he caught 162 passes for 2,360 yards and scored 26 touchdowns. Now, LACY finds himself on the wrong side of the law, facing charges of negligent homicide, felony hit and run, and reckless operation.
For someone to cause an accident like that and just keep going, like it didn't matter, you know, some just stupidity, honestly. Like, I mean, how can you be in that much of a hurry? You know, this is the time of year. There's cane trucks. You know, we 2-lane roads. There's no shoulders. Highway 1, 308, Highway 20, you know, it's dangerous roads. Like, you need to be responsible.
Dickerson says she's in disbelief, losing her father 8 days before Christmas.
Tomorrow's never promised. You never know when your last day, your last breath will be.
All right, sir. So, look, don't worry about filling any of this top information, like your name, your address. Don't worry about any of that. Just right here, if you could, I'll just have you write exactly what you saw. Just make sure to include, you know, where you were.
I don't even know what the name of that highway.
It's Highway 20. Highway 20. You know, that you just...
All right, me and my wife gonna figure out right quick.
Okay, just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes, and the brakes, like, you know, you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger, and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger. That's...
I ain't scared my car, that's what I wasn't even going for. That lady in the back of me, she ain't saw what happened, that's how she called that wreckage. That lady in the back of me, she ain't saw what happened, that's how she called that wreckage. That lady in the back of me, she ain't saw what happened, that's how she called that wreckage.
Look, I know it's hurting right now, but do you think you could just tell me briefly what happened? Or do you remember?
I just know the truck was stopping on brakes. The other car was trying to pass the other car. I was trying to dodge by not hitting them by coming around.
Okay. Do you remember how fast you were going?
The speed limit.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
While on scene, the investigating trooper obtained written and recorded statements. The trooper also spoke with additional witnesses via phone and ultimately obtained written statements later in the investigation. After the crash, the passenger in the Kia Sorento died. As part of the continued investigation, the investigating trooper made contact with the driver of the gold truck at a later date to obtain an official written statement based on previous conversations. Troopers also received an additional witness statement describing the erratic driving behavior of the green Charger 10 minutes before the crash. Following the on-scene investigation, troopers identified the green Charger as a vehicle of interest and utilized 21 separate surveillance video cameras to capture the uninterrupted path of the green Charger from the crash scene to a Thibodeau business 11 miles away. Through the use of investigative tools, troopers were able to obtain the license plate number of the green Charger on December 19th, 2024. On December 26, 2024, troopers determined that Kyren LACY was the driver of the green Charger at the time of the crash. Just prior to the crash, LACY was illegally in the opposing lane, passing southbound vehicles. The gold truck traveling north veered right to avoid a head-on collision with the green Charger. As the gold truck veered right, the driver of the Kia Cadenza saw the approaching green Charger. In reaction, the Kia Cadenza driver swerved left into the southbound lane and impacted a northbound Kia Sorento. Through the investigation, troopers determined that the driver of the gold truck reacted appropriately to avoid a head-on collision with the green Charger, which was approaching at a high rate of speed. In consideration of the high speed of the green Charger compared to the surrounding and opposing vehicles, the reaction time of the involved drivers was greatly diminished. Since the incident occurred, the Louisiana State Police never reported that the green Charger impacted any of the involved vehicles. However, all evidence collected supports the conclusion that LACY's reckless operation of the green Charger in oncoming traffic triggered the chain of events involving the other drivers, ultimately resulting in the fatal crash. Additionally, troopers determined that less than 10 minutes after the crash occurred, evidence supports that LACY's first outgoing phone call was to a Baton Rouge area personal injury and defense attorney. After consultation with the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office on January 2, 2025, an arrest warrant was signed on January 8, 2025 through the 17th Judicial Court for Kyren LACY. In coordination with his attorney, LACY was arrested on January 12, 2025 at the Lafourche Parish Correctional Center. The driver of the Kia Cadenza was initially issued a citation for following too close, which was later amended to driving left of center. This incident resulted in numerous injuries and loss of life. All involved victims deserve a thorough and complete investigation based on all available factual evidence.
The investigative report that was generated and manufactured by the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office, according to the data that they obtained.
Is most of this reports, or do you have actual video?
At the entirety of the District Attorney's findings, their findings after their own investigation. That's what we're here today to present. We're going to compare and contrast those findings with the findings of state police, because there's a ton of confusion. People seem to believe that somehow he hit someone in this accident, or possibly even shot through two cars and there was this explosion behind him. I've heard every version possible, but we can show you the version right now.
Okay. Sort of describe the video for our audience, what you've seen in the video.
Yeah, so what you'll see is in the top left of the screen, you're going to see multiple cars just making their way south to Thibodaux, coming from Vacherie. At some point in time, you're going to see the collision, which we're going to know is vehicle number 2 from oncoming traffic colliding with the vehicle of Mr. Hall. You will see another vehicle come to a stop, and then you'll see Kyren LACY come to a stop.
So as we've seen the video, it looks like the impact happens, and then Kyren LACY is behind him. How far away was he from there?
Well, yeah, that's the beauty of the investigative report that I now have my hands on. We know from data that Kyren LACY did in fact pass 4 cars. There's no disputing that. Further north, Kyren LACY passed 4 cars. However, he was back in his lane of travel, 92.3 yards. Back in his lane, behind Mr. Hall. At the time of impact, he's 72.6 yards behind the vehicles at the time of impact. Keyword, behind the vehicles. That is not how this story was ever painted.
So let me just get your verbal statement, and then I'll get you to write your statement, and then I'll tell you all basically about what we have all come to conclude in the actual investigation, and then take it from there. So why don't you just tell me what happened?
I was driving.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm heading this way.
Okay.
Car's heading this way.
Okay.
The charger.
Okay.
So I'm going this way, and I mean, all I can see is the car's coming this way and the car in front of me.
Okay.
So
which car are you seeing right before the crash occurs? Are you looking at the pickup truck in front of you?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I see first.
Okay.
Like, that's all I see for the moment.
Okay.
And I know I'm eating my Funyuns. I got them in the middle of my lap, and I'm driving, listening to my music, and then all of a sudden, I see the car get in the other person's lane, because I'm like, well, what's going on? Because he stepped on his brakes first, so it slows down.
The car or the truck?
The truck.
Okay.
But then he does it again, and this time it's really hard.
Okay.
So that's when you could see on the side, the car is trying to get back over. But before it happens so fast, before he can get over, this truck stops in the middle, like on brakes hard. There's another car that runs damn near to the pole. And then now it's either I run into him or I try to get out of the way. There's no shoulders.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get into the dollar store parking lot. Then the other car just comes and slams into me.
Okay. So whenever you are looking forward and the cars in front of you swerve, they swerve off to the right before you make your left. Are you looking at a green Charger coming at you?
The green Charger came, and then the car came behind me.
Okay.
Like behind them. The
right.
truck.
So
Van,
my question is when you're trying to make it into the dollar store parking lot in order to get out of the way from this crash, are you looking? Is the green Charger in your lane, which makes you swerve left?
That's why I swerved left, because it was in the lane.
So the green Charger is coming at you, and you swerve left.
But then the van came.
Right.
They were in the other side.
They were on the other side. So you end up. So just so I have your statement clear, and I'll repeat it to you just to make sure that we have it correctly.
She didn't know what was happening. That's how she called that record. She was running in the back of me. She pulled on the other side, and that's not in it.
So, but the Charger was coming right at you, correct? And that's why you had to slam on your brake, the head on with you. So yeah, just make sure you include that, and that's very important because we're trying to locate this Charger right now. So just include that in the statement. and I'll read it over, and then I'll be out of here.
In that video, you can clearly hear the suggestive nature indicating that I need you to say that you had to slam on your brakes and you had to avoid a charger.
Okay, just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes, and the brakes, like, you know, you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger, and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger. That's.
But then you hear Gold Truck, the witness, who's the Gold Truck, what he says. And he says verbatim.
I ain't scared my car, that's what I wouldn't even gone for. That lady in the back of me, she didn't saw what was happening. That's how she called that record. She was running in the back of me, she pulled on the other side, and that's not in it.
I didn't skid marked or nothing because I wasn't even going that fast. That lady in the back of me, she didn't see what's happening. That's how she caused that wreck. She was going to run into the back of me, and she pulled into the other side.
Michael, Sylvia, Kyren LACY's father, Kenny LACY, said nothing will bring his son back to life. His attorney, Matt Orey, is calling for an independent investigation from the Attorney General's office to make sure something like this never happens again. Kenny LACY, joined by his attorney, Matt Orey, mourning the loss of his son, Kyren LACY.
The people who judged him without knowing him, I wish you could have met him. I promise, you would have changed your mind.
The appearance on After Further Review with Matt Moscona came hours after LSP released its own critical incident briefing video. Parts of the video were part of the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's investigation, which LACY's counsel released late last week, including this clip of Kyren LACY's green Charger. Orey says the LSP video is misleading.
The sound on the video is not in unison with the actual actions. I know that for a fact. That's in the district attorney's findings. I stated it, I read it from the district attorney's report today.
Not included in today's release, another video, which Orey says includes a trooper telling a driver what to write in a report.
Okay, just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes, and the brakes, like, you know, you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger, and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger. That's.
Kenny says that video is something he has trouble accepting.
You can't reconcile it. You can't bring my son back. No reconciliation. None.
State police maintains it followed the procedure and that its investigation is supported by facts, like Kyren LACY passed in a no-passing zone and traveling at a high speed.
He always said from the start that Kyren did pass cars when he shouldn't have been passing cars. But it also showed him after he passed those cars getting back in his lane.
I told you he was going in excess of 80. I told you he passed 4 cars. I told you the witness that came in and said the green Charger also stated that he was the one who went in between the two. I told you that. Why is this a surprise?
Orey said Kyren's little brother was in the car at the time of the incident, but was not questioned. In the briefing video, LSP says Kyren's first outgoing call was to a personal injury and defense attorney. Kenny says there's a reason for that.
A few minutes after this incident, that it was Kyren called an attorney. What you're saying is that was his stepdad.
Family.
He talks to all the time.
He calls him all the time.
Orey believes LSP should release all files related to the crash.
They want the whole file to come out. Be my guest. You know, it doesn't matter to me. You could dump the whole file out tomorrow, but let them be the ones to do it.
Kenny says, even in his son's last days, he had compassion for others.
He wasn't a bad person. Before Kyren left here, he told me how bad he felt for the Hall family. All that he was going through, all what he was going through, he still felt for that man's family.
Perhaps what's most damning, that witness refused to sign this witness statement that Orey says was in handwriting not written by the witness. Louisiana State Representative C. Denise Marcel says these new revelations made her sick, and she's demanding transparency from state police.
In order for the state police to fabricate something, the question is a larger question. What did it benefit him to frame Kyren LACY? I mean, we have to ask ourselves, why? I mean, Why did you pick this kid to frame him for this accident that he did not cause?
Marcel says this is not her first run-in with state police. She sat on a committee trying to get to the truth of what happened to Ronald Green, a black motorist who was beaten to death in North Louisiana in 2019. But state police told his family he died in a crash.
I never thought that they were Boy Scouts. After the hearing with Ronald Green, I had lots of questions about the entire operation and how they moved people up and how they got rid of people that blew the whistle. So I had a lot of questions about the state police. Never would I have thought that they would have just picked a random person to frame, to destroy this kid's future.
After this video was first aired last Friday, state police issued a brief statement saying the subjects of their investigations are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Our top story tonight, former LSU wide receiver Kyren LACY has died at the age of 24 in Houston. The Harris County Sheriff's Office says LACY was found dead in his car after a police chase, and deputies say he shot himself. Good evening, I'm Jacob Bradford. The Sheriff's Office in Texas also says that LACY was arguing with a family member before that shooting into the ground and fleeing late last night. Now, he was expected to be in court tomorrow in Lafourche Parish after he was accused of being in a hit-and-run crash in December that left a 78-year-old man dead in Chack Bay. Shortly before midnight, a constable spotted LACY driving and attempted a traffic stop, and that's when deputies say he took off. Now, that pursuit lasted several miles before ending in a crash. That's when officers say that they noted that LACY had suffered what they say was a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Now, LACY's father, Kenny LACY, posted on Facebook saying, quote, "Mental health is real, and for the most part, it's invisible. Don't ignore the signs, even if they may seem small. Our lives have changed forever, and this will never be okay. But God needed my baby more than he was needed here." Now, we spoke with one of the men that knew Kyren LACY the best, his high school football coach from Thibodeau High School. He says Kyren was a fun-loving kid that he loved to coach.
During Kyren LACY's high school football career, he was ranked one of the best wide receivers in the country, earning all district honors in 2019. And when he graduated from Thibodeau High School, he had multiple universities wanting him to come play on their team.
When you're coaching these kids, you know, you spend more time with them than you do with your actual family, and they become your kids, they become your family.
Chris Dugas was LACY's high school football coach. He says they stayed in touch after he graduated in 2020.
We'd message every now and then after games, and I'd send him a message, great game, great job, you know, love you, coach, love you, Kyren, the whole thing. We kept in touch through that. We keep in touch for holidays and message each other, but super proud.
Dugas says he was close to members of LACY's family when he himself was growing up. After hearing of Kyren's death, Coach Dugas says he was caught off guard by the news.
I mean, it's just a shock to all of us, you know. Definitely prayers out there to the family, to all. I mean, he had so many friends and people that he had touch with through not just through football, but through other experiences. So it's just a tough day for the entire community in Thibodeau.
Coach Dugas says anytime he saw Kyren, he was always in a great mood, and that made an impact on his team.
He was the type of kid that walked in the locker room with a smile on his face all the time. You know, I don't know if I ever seen him not laughing or joking around or just having a good time at what he did. He was real fun-loving, a real good spirit, and it wore off on his teammates. You know, it brought the best out in them too.
Know that there's a purpose for everything that I've gone through,
And so I'm just walking in it.
3 weeks ago, Candace Washington buried her eldest son, LSU standout receiver Kyren LACY, who died by suicide. Sadly, this isn't the first time Washington has experienced this type of tragedy. This Mental Health Awareness Month, we sat down with Washington, who is a school counselor, to talk about how she's using her story of strength and resilience to inspire others who may be struggling. Tisha Powell explains her voice has guided her through the darkest of times, including now.
Pump fake by Nussmeier. He's going to throw towards the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Fighting Tigers! Tigers win! Kyren LACY!
From heroic triumph.
Former LSU football player and NFL prospect Kyren LACY is dead at just 24 years old.
To unthinkable tragedy.
I'll think of you every step of.
His mother mourning the loss of her firstborn.
The way.
Singing has been a saving grace for me.
How she coped with the loss of her father as a child.
Growing up, when I was 4 or 5, unfortunately, my father committed suicide.
And now her son Kyren, both dying by suicide.
Love you.
You never think that you're gonna bury your child. So in my mind, I've always like, okay, I don't think anything could get any worse. And then this happened and I'm like, I don't understand.
Washington was a teen mom, giving birth to Kyren at 17 while still in high school. She's now a high school counselor in Texas.
This new norm is just a part of my calling.
And plans to use her story to help her students find their way.
We see a lot of students, struggling with mental health, different things that they're going through at home, how to balance, how to juggle everything.
Washington believes her son Kyren became a target after he was arrested in January, accused of driving recklessly and causing a deadly accident. She says the crash and all that followed pushed things over the edge.
People go through things. They make mistakes, they make wrong decisions. Everybody has. The only difference with my son is everybody knew who he was. This is his jersey.
A counselor offering unique insight on the subject of suicide.
Just give them some hope, give them some light at the end of the tunnel. And I can share it, from both perspectives. Because at one point, it took me almost 40 years to even understand what my dad was going through. Because I was looking at it as, you left, you didn't think about me, you didn't care about me. It took me over 40 years to just really have empathy. The weight of the world sometimes is a lot. And so now that I'm experiencing it with Kyren again, I just have so much empathy.
And what should parents look out for?
I would just encourage parents to talk to their kids, but to listen and to understand.
And also talk about the often dangers of social media and bullying online.
If you're on social media and you're commenting negative things, and when you close your phone or you close your laptop and you feel good about yourself, something's wrong. And just all kind of pictures of him.
Washington explains she can't fully comprehend what her son was feeling before his death.
Christmas pictures.
But hopes time will bring clarity and healing.
And I believe that with time, everything will reveal itself. But just right now, it's just a lot of unanswered questions.
What she knows for certain is that her family, faith, and her music
And nobody told me
will see her through.
the road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. If I should stay, I would only be in your way. So I'll go, but I know I
I'll think of you every step of the way. And I will always love you. I will always love you, my darling, you. Bittersweet memories. That is all I'm taking with me. So goodbye. Please don't cry. We both know I'm not what you need.